Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. You're watching day 7 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. I'm Toby and you're watching Whiskey Shared. Welcome to day 7 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. If you've seen this before and you know it works, then you can just skip straight forward to the tasting. Otherwise, the way this works is I have over 100 samples in my sample collection and my wife has picked 24 at random. She'll put one a day into a blue Glencairn glass and I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it, and I'll have a stab at what I think it is. This is just for fun, so sometimes I get it right and sometimes I get it wrong. Shall we find out what I'm drinking? On to the whiskey. If you'd like to play along and find out what's in my glass when I do, then just keep watching. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. Okay, this is quite subtle on the nose. I think there's some fruitiness there. Really struggling though. I think there's some apples in there, red apples. Maybe some cherry. But I really am struggling to pick something out. Definitely some charred oak in there. There's definitely some sweetness there from the fruit, but maybe vanilla as well. Sort of reminded me a little bit of a bourbon. Maybe even a rye whiskey. Let's move on to the palate. Definitely reminded me of a rye whiskey. There's that sort of rye spice, a little bit of linseed oil, quite herbal, minty. A little bit of heat, a little bit of pepper, but a little bit of brown sugar in there as well, but not overly sweet. Getting a little bit of cherry. Yeah, reminds me of rye whiskey. Let's have another sip. Yeah, it's got quite a lot of body to it. It's got a thick mouthfeel. There's definitely some substance to this whiskey. I think it's at least 48 to 50% ABV. There's a nice sort of herbal rye spice note. The mint is in the background. There's a little bit of cherry and vanilla, but this is unmistakably a rye whiskey. There's a reasonably long finish. The mint is what lingers. There's a bit of pepper and spice that lingers as well, but that minty note is what lingers the most. Let's have one final sip. It's reminded me more of the Oxford Rye from the Oxford Artisan Distillery. It's that sort of herbal spice. I've had a Canadian whiskey like this from Black Fox. That was a Triticale whiskey, but yeah, it doesn't remind me immediately of an American rye whiskey. Obviously, I don't know if this has got an age statement, a lot of ryes don't, but I reckon this is at least 50% ABV and possibly English. Should we find out what's in my glass? Right, so it's Waxhouse 007, it's 57.9% and it was sent to me by Waxhouse Whisky themselves. Yeah, I believe Waxhouse 007 is an MGP rye, so it is an American rye. I'm really surprised, but it's got a really punchy sort of herbal quality to it, which maybe it comes from the fact it's cask strength, but yeah, it's definitely hotter. Sorry, not as hot as I'd expect for the ABV. So that's definitely interesting, and it's good to try a rye that sort of is different, that's sort of, I suppose, not in the same wheelhouse as the other American ryes that I've tried. So yeah, shame this is a single cask and it's most likely sold out, because I think 007 was at least a year ago. But yeah, I think it's definitely making me consider that American rye can be a little bit different to what I've had previously. If you've had Waxhouse 007, share your thoughts in the comments as always. And if not, hopefully you'll come back tomorrow for day 8. Sauncher.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment? And please consider subscribing for more videos like this.